So, I don't know where to begin with what's been going on around here for the past little bit of a while. Thank you, everyone. A great place to begin is to say thank you, everyone, for being here. You guys are so awesome. Yeah. We'll do it kind of backwards. There's this book. I can't remember it now. As a child, let's see. Atheist Man got a... Well, you knew about the hats, but did you also call... Was I like wondering about some children's book? Time, of course, is a flat circle. Everything we ever have done or will do, we are going to do over and over and over again. Somehow I feel echoes of many worlds. Tonight, we're gonna talk to Midori and Ridley, who are some of my favorite people on the internet. I'm so excited to do so. Everyone is here who is here, IRL or otherwise. Thank you so much. You ever have that thing, that situation where like you've got to be ready? It's the class. It's time for class, and you're naked in a terrible dream, and your project needs to render. I don't know if you ever had to do a project that had to render, but for some reason, let's say the last part of your project, you have to babysit something, you have to watch something, and it's gonna take 30 minutes, and you got 30 minutes left, and everything's gonna be fine, and somehow the last little tiny problem of the day, that 30 minutes becomes like 2 hours. We're about to begin. That was the ending. You'll see the end at the end. The beginning and the end, as they say, are one and the same. I'll put $1 in the Evangelion jar. Fuck. When I was in college, sometimes when I had to throw, before you got to the rendering, because there are two stories here. There's the rendering. Fuck that shit, that happened. Should I just show you the first video before we even get Midori and everyone on the line? I think I will. Anyway, so sometimes what I would do in college is I would take all my pieces, all my video sources, and I would just, like, what's that guy's name? He shot the apple off of his wife's head. Someone tell me his name. I've asked a lot of stuff and I've not been reading chat, and I'm so sorry. He didn't shoot, he shot with a pistol at an apple on his wife. They got pulled over, yes, because much like that horrible man, they got pulled over at the border, and the border agent was like, why are you coming into the country? William Burroughs was like, I'm a writer. And the dude said, prove it to me, write something. And he turns to his wife in the car. It's like a tank for some reason. He puts a glass of water on her head. This is David Cronenberg's fault. And then he shoots her dead. I'm sorry for laughing. So sometimes for homework, I would take all my sources, and much like William Burroughs, I would cut them all up. I would just slice the shit out of everything into pieces, and I would just throw it into the timeline. There it is. So this is the least prepared I've ever been, but this is gonna be the best episode ever. We got a couple cool videos. What the fuck is up with Vienna sausages? I don't know, and I don't think we're ever gonna find out. I can't believe people still talk to each other. This is episode 5.
Dramatic thing where like the Empire's boat came up alongside of our Black Pearl, and we're all like, who goes there? And we're like, fuck you. I'm in talking to like the captain of the ship, and he pissed me off. I don't even remember what he said now. Day Ray and the third player were out on my ship and the opponent's ship, like on the deck. Well, I'm in the cabin inflicting wounds and melting the face off of the captain. I think Day was a bear attacking, things like that, and then the other guy heard someone yell about like something underneath the deck, so he went running down as halflings started coming up. So he was a warlock, so he's like, fire,
yeah,
fire. So we killed cinematically like 50 halflings or something like that, and we had already decided that we were
okay,
like,
I'm sorry.
So we're like, fuck it, that's our food.
How long did that supply of halflings last you guys?
You're still eating them when we quit playing.
Yeah, when that particular thing finished, they were not done the halfling. It was a lot.
Hey, Naked Lunch is very I don't want to recommend it. I don't want to recommend anything Cronenberg has made, I think. I don't want to recommend anything David Lynch or David Cronenberg. I don't want to recommend anything made by anyone named David. I would never recommend Friends or A Boy and His Blob or this stream to anybody. Twin Peaks, dude, first of all of you should pretend you have a friend whose name is like Roya, okay? And your friend Roya, who isn't concerned about whether or not you have nightmares, imagine that friend is recommending all of those things, especially Twin Peaks. Eraserhead is great. I told my friend, don't you dare watch Eraserhead.
Okay.
Yeah, you broke it. That was you.
I did not do that.
Yes! What's up, my dudes? Yo, you
Hello.
two, I always talk about how you two are some of my favorite people on the internet. How are you guys
Aw.
fucking doing?
Good, how are you?
Fucking awesome. Awesome that I get to talk to you guys tonight.
Oh man.
We're gonna hang out soon.
Yeah. That's a
Yay.
thing.
So cool. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to talk to me and Midori and Ridley. I'm so excited to talk to you guys. That rules.
Yay, talking. I can't believe people still talk to each other.
You know what?
It's mind
you know
blowing.
what? I think
It's
partially through this experience of making this thing, I have figured out that I kind of get it.
You kind of get it.
I kind of understand why people talk to each other. It's kind of cool.
Wow, atheist.
I've talked to that's not very nice. It's nearly 2020 though. Like, can you believe it's still going on? But we're gonna fucking all right. So Midori,
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I hope that the way I'm gonna phrase this is not awful.
Oh boy.
What's the funniest thing that's happened to you lately?
Oh, you have a really good answer for that.
I hope
What?
it's the answer that I think it is.
I would answer like the most with what was also the most frustrating.
Yeah, I was gonna say, my surgery was not really that funny.
No, I don't think that's funny at all. I don't think there's anything funny
Apparently
about
Ridley
that.
thinks
I hope
that's
that you're
funny.
recovering very
It's
well,
not
by the way.
funny in a good way.
Yeah, I'm recovering really well, actually. I think I'm going back to work tomorrow.
That's awesome. I was of course speaking of the time that you fell into the Norwegian Sea.
Oh yes, that was very funny.
What?
Hey, and my
I
phone
don't know.
still works from that. It still works.
What still works?
My phone, because my phone went in the Norwegian Sea too.
Oh. I'm glad that your phone still works. Did you put it in rice?
We did. Yep.
Okay, good.
And then we went to Newfoundland. I was like, okay, we can fall in the sea here, and no one would let me do it. They were so mean.
Well,
Can't blame us.
Yes, I can.
what are the health concerns of falling into any type of Arctic sea? Like, were you
it's kind of
threatened with
cold.
hyperthermia? Was that a
Yeah,
concern
like
of
that's fine. I
yours?
wasn't in there that long, but I mean, it was very cold.
Really, actually,
Oh.
it's not. A lot of my problems that I've been having are really imaginary, I think. You guys can't see me right now, can you?
No,
No.
So,
no,
as
I'm
you know,
trying
I
very hard
communicate
to
a
make
lot by
sure that I'm
pantomiming,
looking at
but-
the screen and the camera.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
took away all
well, I've
of
been
the
able to see all of
distraction.
us this whole time. This will be great. I think you guys will like this when I show this edited with everything. It's going to be neat because I'm asking a bunch of people these same questions and I'm going to kind of present, kind of a slice of the answers and stuff over about 5 weeks. I don't know if I'm going to be doing this on Wednesdays or whatever, some night of the week. But, all right, I'm going to tell you about what happens in the beginning of Undertale.
Okay.
This dude is in a forest. His name is we're gonna call him. In my mind, his name is Beppis.
Okay.
He falls into a hole at the foot of a mountain, and he follows a path underground into a cavern, I suppose, but it's lit. There's light down there. I've never really understood what the world is that they're in. Maybe he goes to another world. Let's say he goes to another world where there are monsters. I think he has a conversation with a flower, but then he meets this woman who's a goat. And he hangs out with this goat woman for like probably like a day or two. I think she like puts him to bed and like reads him his stories, and she's had some tragedy. She's like looking for like children to come along so she can, and that might seem a little bit sinister. We don't know yet if her intentions are sinister or not, and unfortunately we're never gonna find out. I think she cooks some kind of special pie, but I think it might be really gross. I think it might have like spiders in it. So it's like she's definitely fucking up.
Can I tell you about the pie?
Oh, what's wrong?
Can I tell you what's in the pie?
Yeah, what's in it?
It's a butterscotch cinnamon pie.
Always?
Always.
There's something funny about the pie, no?
I'll let you tell the rest of your story. I just wanted to let you know that the pie was very delicious.
I think the pie is an indication that we are in a time loop. In the future, someone asks you what kind of pie you like, and then when you come back, it's spider pie. Is this nothing like this?
No.
I don't know. There's a lot of things that I think I know about Undertale that I definitely made up. So this is going to be, but I'm only going to tell you about the first part today.
The only thing I want you to take away from my reaction so far is that the pie is delicious.
It's delicious. Okay. I don't know why I thought it was
butterscotch
gross.
cinnamon pie.
And it's always butterscotch cinnamon.
Yep.
She makes him a delicious butterscotch cinnamon pie. Everything is going great. But he wants to return home. I don't know if he can't go back the way he came. But he wanders out into the backyard, and there might be some more flowers. The flower says some shit about game mechanics, so it doesn't matter. It's not even a character. But after a little while, he might fight like some frogs, which is mean. He wants to continue into this cavern, into the ruins, and the goat woman is like, you can't. I am going to keep you here because you are now my child. And he's like, fuck that, lady. That's not how this works. I am not your child. And she's like, nope, you have to stay here with me. And this is an RPG, so I'm going to fight you. And in a very terrible, horrific, like really Greek myth. This is actually Ridley, this is going to be in my stoned mythology segment. Because now we're going to talk about the mythology of Undertale. In a very Greek myth fashion, he slays his adopted mother, although he's really been with her for like 2 days, a week. And goes forth to have many more terrible and blood-soaked adventures. How accurate do you think that is about how Undertale begins?
I think that you got the flavor of the pie wrong.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't want to say much in the way of confirming or denying anything, but I do want to take some notes about what you said. And now I'm really excited. I hope that you play Undertale someday on stream.
I'm gonna, first of all, before I play it, I'm gonna write it.
Okay.
I'm gonna figure out exactly what it's about first. Because then he meets some skeletons and they play on a disco floor. We'll talk about that the next time I talk to you.
Yeah, sounds like a good part 2.
All right, I'm gonna stop recording.
So watching that interview, right? Like giving the interview with you is one thing.
Okay.
But watching it back, like I never watched myself on stream.
Okay.
The faces that I made during that interview, I was entertained.
I feel like this is the plan now. I'm going to tell you what the plan is for Undertale.
Okay. Drinks Coke.
You know what cold reading is?
Oh, no, don't do this.
No, you don't think this should be the plan?
We're gonna play Psychic. I literally rewatched John Oliver's explanation of cold and hot reading.
I'm gonna learn to cold read. Rides. I'm gonna get a book by who's the guy that talks to everyone's grandparents.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I've heard his name today, but
Tom,
like he's
John,
I think.
Iggy Dota is going to teach me how to cold read, and I'm going to cold read you, Ridley.
Oh boy.
We're going to talk about Undertale.
But I'm so easy.
John Edwards. Easy. I'm going to John Edwards the story of Undertale.
Is the guy for sure. You're
That's
John Edwards. God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess
I'm
there's a
so
hot reading
expressive.
He's very expressive.
Ridley, you like a lot of classic board games and stuff, but you're not that into RPGs.
I'm selectively into RPGs. Like, I loved playing Earthbound. Like, that was one of the greatest game playthroughs I think I've ever played through.
What do you think about pencil and paper RPGs?
I tried very hard to get into pencil and paper RPGs, and Tony has been running a game in the same world since 1970 every Sunday, and it still goes on. Yeah, and I played for a few months.
That's all there was in 1970.
That's true, but he's kept the world alive this long with different players.
That's so awesome. That's why it's so cool. But you understand that.
I understand. I understand how to play. I've given them a fair chance. And out of all of the entertainment points I have to spend, RPGs just fall to the bottom of the list. Not because they're not fun or that I don't enjoy them. It's that I enjoy like everything else more.
Yeah, dude, I know. And I have trouble. I mean, I think every episode of this show, I have talked about how much I don't like streaming RPGs. So much that I don't know if I like them offline anymore either. But we've talked about that so much. I mean, how do you feel? Do you ever stream Earthbound or think about streaming RPGs?
I streamed Earthbound when I was playing it, and I had a lot of people come in and they were excited that I would playing it, but it's a hard game to sit around for. Peach, I think, managed to be present for every single Fuzzy Pickles.
That's awesome.
That's what Peach does.
That's so good.
I don't know, Iggy. I'll give you that.
So me and Praxis and Boav, who maybe you guys will meet soon. We made a video about Dungeons and Dragons, and maybe you should view this as an advertisement. This is what it's like. Maybe after this, you'll think about playing Dungeons and Dragons someday.
That sword down. You have 10 pike-wielding goblins bearing down on your position. What do you do?
Well, I don't know. I've got my leg cut off.
His leg's cut off.
Roll for initiative, boys.
I rolled a 13.
18.
Gimps up.
I want to go and jump on one leg. Start jumping.
Roll for dexterity.
I got a 3.
Okay.
I rolled.
You're flopping around like a fish.
You bastards! Which one of it was you?
I'm gonna pick him up.
Okay, well, 6 goblins are about to stab you both.
I have hairy alacrity, and I rage because I'm naked, and I swing him around.
About 6 of the goblins are about to stab
him around. I'm gonna start swinging him around.
I did not consent to this. My leg is going to break again.
What are you doing with the pile of meat that you're swinging around?
I am not sure. I don't bowl on the Sabbath.
Why? It's Wednesday.
I found a grenade. Remember in the catacombs of Meat Loafer that I found? I'm throwing him.
Okay, so you're going to throw your partner, who is now an explosive sack of meat, at 10 goblins.
Yes.
Roll an athletics check.
That is a natural 20 plus my hairy flexing for 25, motherfucker. Can I do like the Gaston?
You can't be serious.
And every last inch of me is covered in hair. 25.
Okay, roll for damage. Let me just.
How much damage does a shrapnel?
I gotta see what a flinging a piece of meat actually does to somebody.
Exploding a grenade from, I think it was a holy grenade from the mines of Meat Loafer.
Okay, roll a d12 10 times.
12.
11.
300 damage.
Okay. You swing your partner, who is now an explosive sack of meat, around your head with such velocity that when you release him, his sword and body go flying through the air right underneath the pikes, hitting the first one square in the crotch with such force that it bursts forcefully that it sends a shockwave through the group, spewing out goblin intestines from the first goblin as his crotch is shattered, sending bone fragments and little itty bits of goblin crotch, exploding each one of the goblins in turn until all of them are just an exploding gob of you, pissing themselves to death.
I said I don't bowl on the Sabbath.
Why? I need a leg. You broke them all.
You wanted one of their legs?
Yeah.
We'll get you a leg.
I'm missing a leg.
I'm gonna take my dog out of the backpack. You can climb in here and ride on my back, like in Naruto. I think I saw an episode. Okay, so, did that make you want to play D&D someday?
No.
No?
Yes.
Like a hard no from Ridley.
What, natural 20 and then 10 tens in a row? Like, how did you even...
You know that was edited. I didn't really roll 10 tens in a row.
Yeah.
Also, 10 tens does not add up to 300, does it?
No. Well, I mean, you get like a whole bunch of... 10 tens is 100, and then you just get an X3 bonus for rolling perfectly, and the DM just like...
I always tell him...
You just make up rules for damage as you go for shit like that.
I think that anytime I roll a 12 or a 20, I get to roll again and add the second roll to the first roll. What do you think about that?
I am fine with making up whatever rules you want, because that makes D&D way more fucking fun.
I'm going to tell him that I asked the internet, and unanimously, the response was, what do you guys think? You think that from now on, anytime I roll a 20 or a 12, I get to re-roll and add the damage? That's what I think. It seems fair to me. A 20 should be important. I want to be rolling around on the floor with glee every time I roll a 20.
Yeah, Gen Con DMs have like a stick up their ass, Iggy, and I know exactly what. Oh, absolutely, they're the hardest core rule lawyer DMs you could possibly find on the planet.
What else is Gen Con like?
I remember my feet hurt a lot.
You've been there as a vendor, right?
Abandonment.
You're bringing up a bad memory. She had to stay home alone for like 6 days.
Oh, I think I remember this.
It
wasn't sad. All you did was play Zelda.
I was sad. I was sad, so I needed to play Zelda. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Break time.
You're not gonna know Spade's cases. Don't worry about it.
I feel like I might.
George Takei was in it.
Really? Was Robin Sparkles on it ever?
Oh, what was the name of his character? It was something perfect. General Chang.
Like the guy who invented chicken?
Yeah, no.
That was George Takei, invented chicken in space in Canada?
Basically, he was a giant lizard man. When I met him at a convention like 15 years ago, I mentioned it because like this was one of the iconic shows for me growing up. It's shit. It's chaos. I made him watch it as an adult. He's like, I don't know how you can watch this, and I'm like, I don't know how I'm watching this now either. Like levels of shit.
It's bad.
And yeah, I mentioned it to George Takei, and he just got that little twinkle of like,
yeah.
Like,
that
holy
rules.
Fuck, someone actually knows this shitty show.
what are your thoughts on Umbrella Academy, Chaos?
Low expectations going into it because I'm not a TV person, like, at all. But I got dragged into it, and then I watched the first episode, and I'm like, wait, I need to know all the things, because every time there's anything revealed, and it's an informative, deep reveal that gives you context to the world, it doesn't answer enough questions. It just raises a pile more. Like, there's one scene in particular that always that stands out to me. Minor spoilers ahead for the show, where the father figure who has adopted these kids that are basically the X-Men but sick and wrong,
Right.
is explaining to one of them, the teleporter, who's all like, I can travel through time, I can feel that I can do it. And this father figure is like, traveling through time is not like walking to the side of the street, my boy. And he gets into this tirade about how time travel is difficult, and the kid storms off. And I'm like, why does the old man know that time travel is hard?
Sure.
What?
Okay, yeah. It leaves you
What?
tidbits. You like the writing in it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
A bunch of children in suits rob a bank. They
No,
rescue
they
a bank.
they are defeating the bank robbers.
They
for
defeat the bank
PR.
robbers. Okay.
PR.
Are the bank robbers there as a PR stunt?
No,
Oh,
those
they're
were
real bank robbers?
Those quote unquote were real bank robbers.
And the kid goes back in time and disappears.
Sure, I'd get into more details, but
And then there's
it's-
an ape. That's what
it's
I'm interested in.
Spoiler-rich territory.
It's just like no matter
all over
what,
the
like
place.
once you get to episode two, here come the spoilers.
On a specific day at a specific time, a pile of women give birth.
Yes.
None of them were pregnant at the start of
Right.
the day.
Are they aliens?
The-
I'm
You gotta
into
find
theatrics.
reasons. Yeah,
I think theatrics comes first. All
I'm
the time.
so bad. I want to play Betrayal at House on the Hill.
Yeah.
I love
That's
that.
what
Why
I
don't we
got
have
you.
that
He
game?
said
We do have
when
that
you,
game.
We do?
dude,
Yeah, and I have the expansion. It's still sealed.
We should totally play. I love that game.
like 3 years ago. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's think about streaming that, but let's do it regardless. But many years ago, I said to you, what do you think about role playing? And I don't know. I think I had made it clear that I was talking about pencil and paper. I may have even said, what do you think about D&D? And you said, nah. And I said, what about the House on Haunted Hill? That was what I said.
And what did I say?
I don't know, but that game is a lot like a role-playing game.
It is.
It's
and
definitely a
I'm-
one-session role-playing game, and it's fucking awesome, and we should do
It's-
it.
Oh yeah.
It's a really good game if you are willing to get into acting it out.
Who's actively
don't-
sucking? Oh, Ridley, once a rule lawyer was actively sucking. Okay, sorry, Ridley,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's fine.
I saw the term. I saw actively sucking, and my brain was like, anyway.
Oh, out of context quotes, they're the best.
And it's Shaka. You got to take anything he says with a grain of salt.
What do you think your most viewed clips are?
Well, I think mine is, there was one that Jocko clipped, and it was when I first started streaming, like very early. I think I was still in my apartment by myself, and I did a puzzle on Oracle of Seasons. I was really excited about it, and he clipped it. I think that's my most viewed clip.
Here's Midori Skies
Oh, wait.
doing it.
Do I have it? Did I do it? Really?
But I still have green
Dude,
hair.
That was so easy. How did I do that? Somebody tell me how I did that, because I will never be able to repeat it. I did it!
You had
Guys,
green
I
hair?
did it.
Yeah, you
That
didn't
was
know
amazing.
about this?
I
I
have
green
no
hair
idea
for a
how I did it.
while.
I just started pressing buttons. Hi, Alexander. How are you?
Yo,
course, there's
good
no audio
job.
with that,
Very
but-
I
nice.
was telling
You
everyone
didn't
I'm
unmute it.
Oh, right. I didn't unmute.
Sorry. That was
No, that was on me.
that was very good.
The
Let's
commentary is better.
let's see what of Ridley. So Ridley, you don't know what to you don't even have
I
what you
have
expect.
no clue.
You have
I
no
don't-
clue. Let's see.
I'm speechless. Any percent run ripped.
This is Peach Drink clipped this one of Ridley slipping under a door.
Oh, a weird helmet on.
Yeah, that's the old.
Yeah! Oh my gosh, look at his reaction. Yo, that was a good one.
Yeah, your face was better. I wish I had seen. Yeah, let's
Oh,
look
we're
at
watching
the
it
face.
again.
Well, because I was watching the video. You gotta watch the face. Yeah.
Yeah! Yes! Fucking great. Okay, what else do we got?
Oh my goodness.
All right, so this is 94 equals 20. 94 minus 20 equals
This is
death.
just a ripped solar flare. There's probably gonna be a really
What?
good face in this that I've never seen before. Yep. Oh,
Your faces are
there's
amazing.
the face.
I think I remember this. This was while I was. This was in the time that I was living here, wasn't it? I think I remember that.
You're still stunned by it.
I was at 94 health. He does 20.
Oh my goodness.
90 minus
See,
20.
I always think about this clip from the gameplay. I was not prepared for my
What?
reaction here.
This is fantastic.
Oh, I feel fine, Iggy. This is.
I
Oh
was at
boy.
94 health.
Yeah,
He
you were
does
up for a
20.
while with this one. I think I
90
recall
minus
this.
20.
Oh, I'm crying a little.
Man. Yo, isn't Twitch awesome?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you for having us.
But this is the end of the 5th episode. It's almost the end of the show. We got a few more things. And please tune in. And guys, thank you so much. I'll talk to you very soon.
Talk to you soon.
Fuck
Bye,
yeah,
guys.
everybody. Then I was like, wow, all this
right,
stuff
bye,
he's saying
guys.
is very interesting. Because we kind of have been talking about doing an episode of talking about role-playing in general, but specifically Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
And I
yeah.
want to hear people's Dungeons and Dragons stories.
And the party was going to this undead-infested island, and we were setting it up as a brutal game. The party was going after this undead, like there was just this undead problem on this island, and nobody could figure it out. There were the restless dead, so let's go sort that out. And they go on their big epic quest. They fight their way through some ghouls. They fight their way through some zombies. They make their way down into the bowels of this place where the acolytes.
Ooh, I
Which
don't
made
know
me
about
laugh.
acolytes.
Yeah, that's an NPC class. They're trash.
Oh, they're trash.
Random.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Regardless, they battle their way down to this fight where, because Acolyte's an NPC class, I can slap more levels on it to give it some hit points,
Oh, sure. Yeah.
and the spells still stay reasonable. So he's slinging a 2nd level spell at the 4th level party, and they're like, yeah, it's manageable. But he's got 110 hit points. The Acolyte's familiar attacks.
And the
it's been bull
familiar is
strength,
1,000.
so it does 1d3 damage now with its claw attack.
Oh, well, that's not
And-
insane.
It's pretty good. It's got half of the Acolyte's hit points, so it's tough. It's got a respectable armor class, and the first party member swings at it and says, "Well, I was staggered, so that's me going down. I'm bleeding out." And I'm like, "What?"
Oh my. Oh dear.
And then the next one takes a swing at it and misses, and the house cat hits him, and he's staggered. Long story short, the party of 4 is all at like 3 to 0 hit points.
Good job. That
when
means
this
you're
happens.
Oh, I didn't realize this is Spider Island.
And the house cat wipes the party
doing awesome.
Yeah. I didn't know that was
because
Spider
they're all rolling 1s and 2s and 1s and 2s, and I'm sitting behind the screen and be all like, "You're all bleeding out. This is awful, so awful." So we rerolled a new party, and they proceeded to go find the evil artifact, wonder what was going on here that was so difficult to stop, that defeated the old adventuring party, loot their gear off of their now ended corpses, and rescue the poor defenseless kitty cat.
Oh, good.
The poor defenseless kitty cat, TPK.
Did the did the kitty cat become a member of the new party?
Yeah, I think actually the wizard picked it up as a familiar later.
Fucking great.
Many a time I've wiped a party because they were being dumbasses.
Sure. And you are, in that case, you're not you're playing as like, you can play
I'm
as
the
like,
arbitrator of the rules.
sure,
being all
exactly,
like,
yeah.
You are subject to the botch rules in Ars Magica and have done a terrible thing.
Oh, Ars Magica, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Ars Magica was the other major game I ran up in Thunder Bay back in the day.
I did that one in high school.
And I was like, ooh, can I do a stone giant? He didn't know how to do the conversions correctly, so I was like a level 16 character at level 1, and then was going to progress from there.
Ooh.
Yeah, and everyone else heard that I was doing this. They're like, oh, we do this too. So everyone was monster types of some sort or another.
I like that. That's one of my favorite things to do.
Well, that was the whole thing was that we were supposed to be on an island where non-monster types, like humanoids, the normal D&D classes, were not
allowed.
We're not good people. And
okay.
Monsters were the prevalent. We were supposed to be at a disadvantage. Except I was all like, I want to play a monster, so we were all monsters.
Cool. Oh, I'm sorry that you died.
I didn't bounce.
You did not bounce.
I don't know what I'm doing.
And I'm gonna be high. As a kite by then.
Hey, Kuya. It's just Mrs. Sarge and...
What's up, Kuya?
This is pretty much a daily routine.
We got Drakina out here.
Oof.
Oh! Because you cheated. Still 2-1.
So, like, you know how the cat will sit at the window and, like, chirp at the birds and then make, like, little birdie chirps at them? And then, like, your friend sees the cat doing it and your friend is like, yeah, is that a new thing? Are cats, like, learning to, like, chirp at birds? I don't think cats chirped at birds 5 years ago. And, like, what if in, like, this incredibly dark and terrible and somehow really pure age, what if we've all been reincarnated so many times that, like, my cat has finally been a bird enough times that she's trying to use her bird language to talk to the birds? Like, maybe we're so full of souls that the souls we're filled with are filled with souls. Maybe bananas are trying to remember how to be eggplant.
That's like almost in my country.
It's between Toronto and Niagara.
Cool.
But no, Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, it did it for you, right? You don't like TV, but Umbrella did it
correctly.
Yeah, no one does
repeatedly.
That. Yeah,
repeatedly with folded in paradoxes. They kept getting it right to the point where it's like, this might technically be a logical error, but it
doesn't matter because
I believe
of
you.
Right. Awesome. That's great praise for writing.
It's based off of a comic.
Yeah, by My Chemical Romance or Mindless Self-Indulgence or something.
Yeah, and that's what I think really sets it apart for me is a lot of comic to TV or comic to movie like remakes.
Yeah, adaptations can get fucked up. Yeah, for sure.
But this one here, like, I haven't seen the comic yet. Like, I haven't read it.
Sure.
But, like, from what I've heard, what I've seen, apparently it's pretty accurate to the comic, and it's just as engaging as a comic would be. Comic books tend to be very, or more so, over the top. And the TV show doesn't feel like that. But apparently it's still very faithful to the comic.
They're pretty over the top with some of it.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like I'm watching spandex. I'm not watching the X-Men. Which, the X-Men 1990 Cal Dodd X-Men is my comic book to TV show adaptation baseline.
The cartoon?
This one doesn't feel that.
Yeah, the 90s cartoon,
yeah.
I think it was. Late 80s, early 90s cartoon.
Oh, yeah. That's, I mean, that... Yeah!
He just plays with his fairy fire all day and his glitter and whatnot.
Yeah,
and,
is he like a Circle of Dreams druid?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hang out with an NPC that's a Circle of Dreams druid. What's the best mount? What's the rarest? What mount is your favorite? This is it. This is show and tell. I want to see your
I
best
love
maps.
show and tell. This
Good.
is so fun.
Let's see 'em.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
So I have this one that took me forever to get.
Okay. Good. How many times? I'm sure. I definitely know someone that got Mimiran's head on the first try. Didn't even know it was a thing. And I know a few. I feel like I know someone who got Ashes like really fast. I feel like I do, but I could be wrong. Yeah.
Look at how big and weird my fucking troll looks like.
It's their skirts. I can't believe the skirts haven't been fixed by 2019.
Yeah,
that the
his
bird just
skirt is
comes
definitely
out
just
right
not-
through your fucking clothes.
This, and I got this one.
Yeah.
On the same fucking night, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I cried. I was like, what is this game? Holy shit, I never have that kind of luck.
Yeah, that guy doesn't even fly, right?
No, he just sits
I mean,
there
that's
and walks.
cooler somehow. That guy
Yeah.
was super rare, and it was like he was in the heroic version.
Yeah,
right? Which was the hardest at the
heroic
time.
version of Seth
Yeah,
Calls.
it was an
yeah.
impossible dungeon at the time. Very
Yeah,
neat.
he's very, very rare. And then I ran into this one.
Is this
a couple
this one?
of times.
This guy, you have to kill him in the wild.
Yeah, you have to. He's in Deep Home.
Yeah. I love Deep Home. It's one of my favorite places.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so pretty down there. I love the crystals.
So many
and
people
shit.
are like, Deep Home is so dark and dreary, and well, everyone hated Cataclysm, you know.
Yeah.
But I hear
Oh,
so
yeah.
many people. I heard so many people talking about how Deep Home was dark and this huge cave and just this dark cave and.
Yeah. just
And
a giant
I thought it was
fucking hole in the ground.
amazing. I thought it was so pretty, and so many of the things down there I thought were so cool, and all of the elementals and these elemental dragons. Dude, the stone core, dude, break yourself upon my body. Feel the strength of the earth. There's a dragon.
Love that guy.
I love that guy. There's a dragon that comes out of there.
They had in Pandaria.
I did.
This guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because now you don't have to just use your water strider. You can use your time lost proto drake that I ran into.
you got one of those?
Which
Congratulations.
is extremely fucking rare,
Dude, I have
Oh.
yes. I think I had a friend in Wrath of the Lich King that like was basically trying 100% Wrath, and he didn't get this thing, and he didn't get the fucking fishing turtle out of
Oh,
Wrath.
the fishing turtle.
Have you ever eaten Vienna sausages?
Yes.
What are they like?
They're alright, I guess.
Yeah. Are they like soft hot dogs in water?
Yeah, I would much if I was gonna choose like a little tiny hot dog to eat, I would eat pigs in a blanket.
Oh man, yeah. You got any local monsters where you live?
Monsters. We have the Hockomock Swamp,
Yeah. What kind of monsters
which
are in it?
is the Hockomock monster. He's like a Bigfoot.
Okay, cool. Have you ever seen a vampire?
I have not, no, but I've seen some shit, let me tell
Yeah?
you.
Scary
I've seen
things
some
in
weird
New England?
shit. But like one time I was laying down in bed and I was sleeping and I like woke up and it was like right around midnight. It was 11:30 at night and I woke up and I like looked over to my left. I don't know why I did it, but I looked over and I saw eyes looking at me and then it was fucked up, dude. It was so fucked. It was so fucked. And I looked up at the ceiling and it was just dark. I was like, and I couldn't close my eyes.
Oh, that gave me the heebie-jeebies. I'm like looking around the room I'm in right now at like 2 in the afternoon.
It's kind of scary, but their house
that's
is very
awesome.
like
I mean,
their house
it might
is
not
very
be
warm
awesome.
and comfortable now.
It might be like, oh, okay, good. Oh, good. That's great to
Yeah.
hear. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad.
You know,
I didn't mean to say like, oh man, that sounds so sweet. It feels fun being in WoW, and I kind of feel like.
Don't even think about it, you can't.
Come on.
Regina, come on. Come on.
There we go.
Good girl. Hey, get out of there.
Sweet mustard pickles.
Never in a million years have I heard of a sweet mustard pickle.
They're so good.
She's wrong. They're horrifying.
Oh, really? So disagreement on Vienna sausages?
Acquired taste thing. I never picked them up when I was a kid. They were always on the table. I tried them once or
sweet
twice.
mustard pickles.
And yeah, I never got the taste for. There's several things that my family eats that I never got the taste for.
Reese takes that.
Yes, the scrunchions are. I never understood.
So Newfie Dish, Fish and Bruce, spelled B-R-E-W-I-S.
In Bruges, like?
Brubis.
Brubis. Brubis. Hey guys,
Brubis.
look, a monster.
Bruce.
Is it dead yet? I'm pretty sure I killed it by accident.
It's not dead, it's alive.
Hoya's fighting it.
Tell me about the Brubis. Good job, Cass.
It hit me. That'll learn it. This is my late game character. I don't even look at the screen. He's fine.
But yeah, Bruce is basically like hardtack that gets boiled until it's soft, and soaked until it's soft. So
What?
it becomes like this really mushy cracker.
Wait, what's hard tack?
Ship bread.
Ship bread.
It's the old heavily preserved bread that you would have brought on ocean voyages.
Okay.
To have just carbs.
And then you get to
that won't get rotten.
you get to the no world, the no world. You get to the new world and you soak it in water.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
And it becomes Brubis.
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 Bruise is the way the news pronounce it.
The noofs.
But
yeah, they eat it with
salt
what
cod.
they call scrunchions.
Oh, the scrunchions, yeah.
Let go.
Come on. Let go, you silly girl.
Now it's on.
As I'm finishing this is January 31st. As I am finishing this episode up, I can't believe how long it has taken me to finish these, but it's starting to snow and it's kind of nice and I've had an awesome day and I'm excited to get back to work on things. Where's Prika? Prika hates the snow. Very upset about it. What you doing, buddy? Running around getting mad about the snow. Hi, kitten. Hi, I love you.